Hey guys, Ryan Steinelson here with Accelerate Marketing. I'm the founder of Accelerate Marketing. And today I'm going to talk to you about the usual topic that we have on Mondays, which is Google local service ads and Google business profile optimization, so that you can generate a continuous stream of pre-qualified, pre-sold leads as a business owner. It literally is the lifeblood of any business, is the inbound stream of pre-qualified, pre-sold leads. We've been doing it for over 16 years now. And, way before the advent of artificial intelligence or conversational AI agents, the reason why we actually started offering, like I've said before, conversational AI agents is because of the fact that it helps the lead flow to continue, because it gives Google what it wants. Now, there's been a major shift in the past 6 months in terms of search engine optimization, local search engine optimization for businesses showing up in the Google search results. A lot of the results, a lot of the searches are going to large language models. And I've talked about this in a good number of my workshops. And this, as you guys know, this workshop happens every Monday at 2 Eastern. And then we also have another one every Wednesday at 2 Eastern. That's about artificial intelligence. Today's topic is about what we're Google partners in, which is the Google local service ads platform. Like I said, I've mentioned this before, we are Google partners. So we do, what that means is that we've got access to partner support, and you actually have to be chosen to be a partner on the Google local service ads or the Google business profile platform. And the reason why it does help so much is because we get access to tools that agencies that are not partners don't have. And you have to be selected by Google, meaning what Google's looking for is they're looking for you managing a certain number of ad accounts, having a certain amount of budget managed every month. And we also do get access to data that other agencies don't have access to, which helps us to help our clients make really good decisions on where they want to open up their next location if they are a business. And it helps them to really make decisions that otherwise would be very difficult to make. And it saves them and makes them hundreds of thousands of dollars because of the fact that we've got this additional data at our disposal. So if you want to get more information, you can text us at 619-304-5155. We are going to go over the LSA money grab controversy and Google Business Pro, GBP boosts. I'm going to go over that like you've seen in the title and also in the description of this video. By the way, if you have any questions, please comment them, send them over, because this is a workshop format. It's designed to have people attend live, so you can actually join if you'd like. I'm going to invite you right now. I'll send a link in the comments. And if you want, you can also just post a comment and I'll answer the questions, but you can also text us at 619-304-5155. You can also go to our school community, which is on the screen, skool.com/local lead labs. I'm going to go into the comments here and post a link so that if you want to join, you can. So that's going to be posted to all of our social media, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, etc. If you want to join, you can. And with that, I'm going to start going over what I promised to go over today. Basically one of the things that we found is that Google did kind of shake up the lead generation game. And this week, the trends for, topics that are hot on Google Business Profile, they'll either skyrocket your leads or sink your budget. And, today will hopefully make it, the latter. So, it'll skyrocket. We want to skyrocket your leads. So, what some of the big changes, we are LSA lead disputes. So there's been rumblings on Reddit and the SEO roundtable that basically Google local service ad clients businesses that are using Google local service ads are really, really pissed off about, just to say it frankly, because what they're saying is that that they're getting charged even for leads that are outside of their service area. And Google also made some very surprise changes in the last 7 days that affect your leads and visibility. And then there's some new tools that Google rolled out in Google Business Profile. So we're going to talk about those three things. And we'll show you how to adapt and profit from these updates. So first of all, the lead dispute uproar, the quote is that there's no more free passes. Google's latest tweak to Google local service ads has advertisers really ticked off because Google no longer, like I said, lets you dispute leads outside your service area or unrelated jobs. Their system auto charges even for bad leads. So I'm gonna show my screen here. And hopefully you can see this. So Google's charging even for bad leads. So that can be a challenge. And a business was charged for over 100 plus mile away leads. In other words, leads that were coming from more than 100 miles away, and that they couldn't service. And Google refused to refund them. So, and this is why people are saying it's a money grab for Google. Many feel Google's just cashing in on every lead, good or not, with no accountability. So there's some things that you can do about this. So you want to budget for some waste, and it's still. And I just want to say that Google local service ads is still very profitable, to the tune of like 500% return on ad spend. Still, you can get, even with this quote unquote waste that you can have where Google's charging you for these extra leads. So you also want to continuously update your negative keywords and ad profile to minimize off-target leads, even though LSAs are category based. So my question to you is, have you been hit by these LSA bad leads, getting charged for these LSA bad leads? Let me know in the chat. You're definitely not alone. And then the counterpoint to this is, are Google local service ads still worth it? That's the question. And I can tell you resoundingly, yes, they are. I mean, it is like, and I'm going to give you an example here to show you in just a second. So let me go back here. I want to make sure that you guys are able to see me. Yeah, it's a resounding yes. I mean, I can just tell you. I mean, it's never the value of Google local service ads has not gone down. If anything, it's actually gotten higher. And so, as a business owner, I just want you guys to know that if you're using local service ads, you're definitely still, you're still doing the right thing. Okay, so are they still worth it? Despite issues, many advertisers still report huge ROIs with their LSAs, some over 500% return on ad spend. For example, one agency saw a client jump from over 15 leads a month to over 30 to 40 after a recent algorithm tweak with over a 10x return on ad spend. Free leads bonus. Google often doesn't charge for. Let me just go in here. Hold on one second. Often doesn't charge for every call. So spam or short calls might be free. So this is something you got to consider. Google doesn't charge you for a lot of these calls that you're getting that are actually for free. You can call somebody back. I'm not recommending that you do this, even though you turn them down. Some businesses do that and they don't get charged for those leads, and they still profit from them. So overall, it can balance out, is what I'm trying to say. Use a tracking phone number on your LSA to log every call. I've been saying this for years. You want to use a tracking number on your LSA profile to log every call versus what Google bills. Okay? This lets you dispute missing credits and measure the true ROI. And this is what I've been saying for years, if not like months, years, going on, 2 decades now. Actually, LSA has only been around for about 9 years, but pretty close to it. So you just want to make sure that you you can only improve what you measure. So that's why we have built the software that we have, so that you can actually measure and quantify the number of leads that you're getting, and even quantify the amount of revenue that you're making from the leads that you actually get from local service ads, in addition to having the AI respond to those leads, both message, voice, etc. If LSA is done right, they are still a gold mine. We need to navigate these Google's quirks, and we saw this happening. I mean, right when Google said that they're going to basically, monitor themselves, they're gonna identify which leads are bad or good. I was like, it's like the fox and the hen hound in the hen house. I mean, it's yeah. I'll just leave it at that. So reassure viewers so this is one of the things I wanted to talk about. So I wanted to reassure you guys that done right, it is still a gold mine. So just moving on here. So new background check, trust badge. So I'm going to show you what this looks like. So Google is testing a new trust signal in local service ads. So I'm going to show this to you so you can see it in just a second. But basically, what Google is doing is they're doing some split testing to identify if the Google screen checkbox or check mark is actually a better conversion signal than the words background checked in the actual local service ads listing. So what it is, so some LSAs now show a text label that says, and I'll show you in a second, that says background checked instead of the usual Google screened or verified badge. This was spotted in searches for various service categories. Why it matters? It's a clear signal that users that, hey, this pro's been vetted, builds trust quickly. I agree 100%. Google might be experimenting to see if the text label increases click-through versus the old green icon. So the implication of this is if you're already Google screened for professional services like law, real estate, etc., Google guaranteed you will likely qualify. So you just go and look if you can use that as one of your features. You got to go to your to edit your profile and you'll be able to see it there if you're able to use it. You probably are. So ensure that you want to make sure that your license and background checks are all up to date, obviously. And Google is constantly tweaking these labels. Recently, even testing they even swapped out Google Screen for Google Verified wording. So bottom line, verification is crucial. And look, guys, this is the reason why Google actually started Google Local Service Ads, is because years ago, nefarious business owners would create fake Google business profile pages. You still can. And now this is making it so they have to be verified. So Google is calling businesses out. They're literally like cashing in on this, and they're making sure that people know that there's a verification process. There's no other platform that has this. This is why we're still so bullish on Google long term, specifically local service ads and business profile, because they've got verified reviews, they've got verified listings. No other directory has that. So Google is really stressing this. They've gone through the effort and the energy to get businesses verified. So they're gonna pound this into the ground, because this is their unique selling proposition they have. So In other words, if you find a business on an LLM, which everybody's trying to optimize for right now, because LLMs are starting to trade, they're starting to take lead volume. You're getting a Bing business. Google local or ChatGPT and a lot of these LLMs, they use Bing. I just created a video about this. They use Bing as their business profile verifier, if you will. They use that for their data for their business profiles. And Bing does not have that background check, okay? So Google, I wouldn't be surprised if Google even runs ads about this and talks about this as a unique, factor that they have that's different than everybody else. So if you haven't gone through Google screening, now it's time. These badges, whatever form they take, directly impact your lead volume and credibility. And I would agree 100% with that. So let me show you. I'm going to show you at the end what that looks like. After I talked about the Google Business Profile update boosting visibility. So new features can be leveraged with your Google Business Profile page. Easier Google Post management. Okay, basically it's almost like a blog post scenario where it's almost like you have a WordPress, website on Google Business Profile now, where you can see all of your past your past posts. And Google really wants to make it so that it feels like that, because I really feel like, honestly, mark my words, in 2 years, websites are going to turn into AI agents, and your website is going to basically be hosted on Google. It's going to happen. I mean, again, your website is going to be, the full functionality of the website is going to be all the text on your website. There's going to be a lot less text on websites, and there's going to be a lot more agent interaction via voice and via chat. And your website is basically going to be like your Google Business Profile page. Okay, or something to that effect. Very simple. And so Google's playing into this. So screenshots, I'm going to show you a screenshot of the new Google Post interface with a scrolling list. And then Google rolled out a new interface for viewing your past posts. Now it's convenient in a scrollable list. No more clunky clicking through each post. Why use posts? So regular Google Posts keeps your profile fresh and can indirectly boost engagement and rankings. This update makes it simpler to review what you posted and recycle high-performing content. Kind of like a WordPress website. Add your last few posts via the new UI identify which got good clicks or calls, and consider reposting or expanding on those topics. This is great. The interface does seem a bit easier to use as well, and I agree, I saw it, according to early feedback. Service businesses can post short tips on showcase a recent project. Now you can easily scroll post history and avoid repeats and ensure variety. I would 100%. The second most important tip to rank on LLMs is to create actionable items that you can give people, like short, punchy posts. And these are great ways to get that information out there. If you give people actionable items in the post, like short and punchy answers to their questions, almost like an FAQ, that's what local large language models are looking for, to give people answers. That's what's going to rank in the large language models. In addition to you just updating your Bing business profile and using the equivalent of Bing's website management tool, okay? Which you want to go to my YouTube channel so that you can get this content, because I'm telling you, it's really going to be, it's really easy actually to rank. It's kind of like ranking back in the old days on Google. It's very simple. You don't have to do a lot. You just have to do a few things right. And that's what I talk about in the video that I'm going to be uploading this week on my channel, which you can search for Accelerate Marketing, our channel there, or just Google Local Service Ads. That's our channel name. and you'll see me. And okay, so video verification preview. Basically, this is the final thing is Google is allowing you finally the ability to be able to see your verification video before you submit it, so you can get a preview of it. Wow, I mean, what a concept. And this could save tons of time and frustration, because no more failed verifications due to minor mistakes in your video submission, only to have to reshoot or re-upload the video. So if you're in the process of verifying a new location or got suspended and need to re-verify, take advantage of the preview. Do a dry run, watch it, and make sure lighting, signage, and your face ID are clear, okay? It's easier to get approved on the first try now. If you're stuck in the verification limbo, the new preview tool is your friend. Use it and get your profile live faster. So auto linking of Google services. I haven't seen this one yet, but I'm going to show you in a second. Some of you may have gotten an email like your Google services will be automatically linked in 5 weeks. What does that mean? Essentially, Google plans to auto-connect your Google Ads account with your business profile, merchant center, etc. for better integration. That's interesting. So basically, Google's pulling together all of your disparate content and putting it all together. This is actually on Reddit. And then why should you care? A linked ads plus GBP can share data, for instance. Okay, so your ads account can share information with your GBP. For instance, your GBP hours, locations might inform your ads, and your ads might highlight your reviews. That's cool. It could improve tracking and ad performance for local campaigns. So check your email or Google Ads notifications. If you saw this notice, be prepared for a more integrated dashboard. Ensure your GBP info is accurate. This is largely a back-end change, but savvy businesses will ask, does linking unlock new insights? We keep an eye on the upcoming. Just keep an eye on this in the upcoming. This is smart. If you can do things before everybody else does, you're going to get results that everybody else wants to get. I've been saying that for years. This is why I'm saying use AI. Because if you want to get results that nobody else can get, use something that nobody else is using. Wrap up the content. So I want to wrap this up. So again, I'm going to show you some of the examples before I wrap this up. So given the dispute policy, change, consider, or narrowing your service radius and avoid far-flung leads, and allocate budget with an extra cushion for non-refunded leads. Maximize trust signals. Ensure you've completed all verification steps, licensing, insurance, background checks, so you earn those Google verified screened or background checked labels. They can make you the top pick for risk-averse customers. Leverage new GBP features. Plan a Google post this week. Share a seasonal tip or promo, and use the new post feed UI to monitor its performance. If you're verifying a profile, definitely use the video preview to get it right the first time. Track everything. Keep logs of leads and costs from LSAs. Use that tracking number trick that I talked to you about, and your GBP insights. Data will reveal if these changes are helping or hurting you. Okay, so yeah, I mean, let me show you. So change is the only constant with Google. So but now you're up to speed. A few tweaks, and you can turn Google's updates into opportunities rather than setbacks. So the top takeaways: don't let Google's policy change catch you off guard. Adapt your LSA strategy and keep your quality high. The businesses that thrive are the ones that move fast when things change. You've got the info. Now get out there and implement this week. If you guys, like I said, if you want, let me show you here. I'm going to show you my screen so you guys can finally see what the heck I was talking about. It's really cool. So let me show my screen here. Okay, so here's what the post feature looks like. So you can see how long ago the post was. You can see that here's a little synopsis of the post, and here's a link to it, and then what type of post it was and the status of it. And then you can see you can go back to any one of these posts, and you can probably delete it. You can add a post. It's just very easy to do this, and that's the way Google wants it. They want to make it very simple. So I wanted to show you that, and then here's that background. Look at this. Right in the ad, it says background checked, but it doesn't have the green checkbox here, Google verified or Google screened. So they're focusing on highlighting the businesses that do have a background check done. Okay? So it's really important that you see that. Very important. That could really mean the difference between you getting leads and not getting leads. Okay? And then what I wanted to show you guys as well is if you have any more questions, you can just text the word audit to 619-304-5155. We can help you manage your local service ads, manage your Google Business Profile page. We've helped thousands of businesses over the last 16 years worldwide. And you can also go to our school community and get free content, skool.com/local lead labs. Yeah, really good content. We've got 4 or 5 hours of free content on there that literally will help you optimize your Google Business Profile page and your local service ads page, all free, and leverage AI to answer your phone within 30 seconds so that you stay at the top of your Google local service ads page. We can help you do all this. You pay us a fraction of the cost or a fraction of the revenue that you would make if you actually implemented these strategies. So you paying us is it literally is 0.01% of the potential revenue that we can generate for you by actually helping and pointing you in the right direction on how to implement these strategies. You can try to do it on your own. It takes longer, and it definitely will. Put it this way. If I'm going to get a vasectomy, I'm going to go to the guy that's done 100,000 vasectomies versus the guy that's done 10. That's all I'm saying. A 1 degree shift can make all the difference between you making $100,000 additional revenue from your local service ads and Google Business Profile. And we have seen all of those 1 point deviations that make the $100,000 a month difference, or however much additional revenue that we can make for somebody. So we know all those little changes. We are the vasectomy doctor that's done 100,000 surgeries. Only just apply it to local service ads and Google Business Profile. So I hope that analogy makes sense. Because a lot of businesses think they can just do it themselves, and they can. But when they do it themselves, they end up calling us 6, 7, 8 months later, and they go, "Why am I not getting any leads anymore?" And I go, "It's because you didn't give Google what it wanted." You got to know what Google wants first, and then you got to give it to them. And we know how to do that because we've done it thousands and thousands of times before. And we've seen all of the different variations of trying to get the results that our clients want, which is just what I started this whole workshop about, which is creating a consistent stream of pre-qualified, pre-sold leads. So if you're an agency owner or a business owner, give us a call, text us at 619-304-5155. We'll help you. I promise you, it's a fraction of what you'll pay in terms of time, energy, and effort to try to do it on your own. And you can go to our free community, ask us questions. We'll do a free audit. Mary, my assistant, spends almost an hour on every audit that she does. We'd be glad to help you. And really, I hope you guys have a great day. Jump on here next time. It makes it a lot more fun when I have somebody to talk to, and I actually go over live on the call your business and give you specific actionable results that you can take that pertain to you, I'll do this for you because it makes it much better for the learning and for everybody else when we actually have real live cases. So anyway, thanks. Talk soon. And join us again every Monday at this time to learn more about what's going on in the Google Business Profile world and Google Local Service Ads world so that you can stay on top of your game in the digital WWW worlds, the digital world for your business. All right. Thanks.